Welcome to week 9 on educational traditions. Catherine Newman wrote, "By having a close look at these traditions, we grow and make solid our understanding of our own reflective practices." It's really important to understand the four different types of teaching there are, and to really question yourself, which one, or quite often more than one, do I lean more towards? So they're progressive, conservative, radical, and spiritual. So progressive teaching really looks at the needs and interests of children. And I wrote down this quote: "The key is curiosity, and it is curiosity, not answers, that we model." So really fostering that love of learning within children and allowing them to ask questions and to go along the learning journey with them, rather than telling them what it is, but really just kind of guiding them in that. Conservative teaching is more content and skills driven, and it really struck me that it's really multiple and high stake testing, a model that I have seen reproduced in a lot of schools in the UK. Radical teaching. This quote is on a more negative side, but it also reminds us that if we're doing radical teaching, we're hopefully not recreating the divisions that are there. So it says, "Unfortunately, we often reproduce, not alter, the divisive divisions in our society." And the final sort of model of teaching is spiritual. "There are moments in teaching when we experience beauty and wonder, and other times when we face heartache and pain." So spiritual is really that soul-enriching material that guides us through life. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that quite often we lean towards one or two, but my question today is, which one do you least lean towards? I thought that would help me reflect most as well. Which one, progressive, conservative, radical, or spiritual, do I often leave off? Either due to time constraints, lack of confidence in myself for teaching that particular area, or just because I'm focusing so much on one or two of the other areas that I leave one of the other areas out. So just to repeat, the question is, which area do you think you least touch on, progressive, conservative, radical, or spiritual, when you're teaching? Thanks.